we're gonna have, like I said, a person who I met last night. We had a show last night. It was kind of like the best of the best, because here we test out material. But we had a best of the best on a Monday night, and this guy came, and apparently he's a comedy writer and an improviser, and we spoke outside, and actually we spoke on stage. I was trying to do some jokes, and he was heckling all the time. And I'm like, no, quiet. So I talked to him, and I said, hey, if you want to go up on stage, come on, bring it on, bro. And he said, yeah, absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, why don't we bring up our next comedian. This is the first time I'm ever gonna see him, and also you. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jeff.
Hi, my name is, I have more than one name. Is this on? Yeah, I guess it is. It's Jeff Michalski, and I'm not really a comedian. Your parents sent me here to find out what the fuck you're doing in Warsaw. Before we get to that, I know the most important thing that you probably want to know about me is what's my pronouns. Right? So normally, if I'm talking about myself, I use I. If I'm addressing someone from internally, I use me. So I use I and me kind of interchangeably. When I was a kid, we have this game in the States where you run around and you take each other out. You take people and then they're it. So for a lot of the time, in my childhood, I was it. It's a terrible pronoun. It's really the worst one because nobody wants to be it, because nobody wants you to touch them, right? So you run after them to take them and they just stay away from you. Unfortunately, this kind of extended into my dating life later, where I was still known as it. People were very reluctant to have me touch them, and I would just chase them around. So. But anyway, the pronouns I've heard are he, she, him, her, they, them, right? Kind of. So if there's anyone that has a different pronoun, and you'd like to share it with me.
Drunk.
Anyway, what? Drunk? That's not a pronoun.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a noun.
Adjective.
You actually, well, yeah, it could be an adjective.
Sorry.
Right? It could be a verb.
Could be a verb.
And it could be a noun. So if you're known as drunk, then
True.
or the drunk, that would kind of suggest you're the only drunk, and we know that there's a whole tribe of drunks, right? Particularly, yeah, particularly in Warsaw, right?
Decent.
I don't know. What's that?
Decent.
Yeah. Well, I was it. And this is all about identity, right? This is about identity. So people struggle to find their identity because basically they have no contact with other human beings. They're learning about who they are through profiles or who other people are through profiles. So they have to write a good profile of something that includes something about the pronoun. He, she, they, them, her, he, and it, right? So I did a little bit of research and I discovered, actually not research, I actually participated in this. It starts off in video games, right? When you get to pick your own avatar. So when you first go on a video game, if you're playing a role-playing game, you pick the baddest looking avatar you can. Somebody that's got big muscles and, you know, like they're on steroids, but they don't have any of the ramifications of the steroids, meaning their thing is still big, but they're basically like that. But after a while, you start trying to create your own identity. Maybe I should be someone that's normal. Maybe I could be a trans elf. You just start experimenting, and I started experimenting first, you know, kind of as a social experiment. I chose in this game called Asheron's Call. I chose to be a black avatar. And I'd been playing the game for a long time as Dr. Doom and really kicking ass, but now I was a black avatar, and I suddenly saw that none of the people that used to hang out with me were hanging out with me anymore. I was surrounded by black avatars. And so, you know, I'm feeling this social experiment, and then I'm wondering, how many of these black avatars are middle-aged white guys like me? So I shifted that. That got pretty depressing, so I decided to become a female avatar. And then I was finally faced with what happens with women out there and the choices they have to make. Because suddenly people are running up to me, avatars are running up to me and going, hey, let me go get the magic sword from you from the quest in the cave. Or can I go get this for you? Can I go get that for you? And I'm going, God, there's a lot of ethical things to consider being a woman avatar. And and of course, I let them do it. I took advantage of that. I let them do it. So anyway, I did want to find out what you guys are doing in Warsaw, but I did lie. I am an actor. I've done a lot of films. The last big one I did was with Meryl Streep called The Laundromat, but I did an independent film just recently, and it was called The Colonoscopy. And the set design was wonderful, really beautiful, but sound was bad. And it's a story about this asshole and a couple polyps. It went pretty well, but the polyps were really disturbed because they got left on the cutting room floor. But there's a sequel in October. I'm doing a sequel, so I'll see if I can find a few more polyps. Anyway, what are you guys doing in Warsaw? Say it all together.
Living.
Living. All right. Thank you very much, and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jeff. Jeff, I'm just saying to you, first one, Jeff, we forgot your Oshi. You might need it for your colonoscopy.